Yeah, there's that.
Yo.
But it gets so much more absurd.
I said this shit. Yo, this shit is so fucking ridiculous. Hold on.
Me, no, I didn't think. You want to know why? Because such as every other person here. Like, for example, when you were calling here, you
never do.
For example here, if you could let me finish. For example here, earlier in this call, you cussed. Henceforth, did you think about that?
Oh my god. Yo, nigga, fuck you. How about that shit, nigga? Eat a dick, nigga. That shit is so fucking stupid. Bro, you just cussed. You cussed. You fucking cursed, bro. Did you think about that? Nigga, did you think before you sent that CP? How about that shit? That's crazy, my nigga. Did you think before you threatened to send that shit to her parents? Oh, I don't think you did. That shit is fucking wild. Like, yo, what are we talking about right now? Well, back again, are we? I ain't gonna lie, crazy works we got going on here, but the PackGod Discord CP situation allegations is looking a bit out of hand, looking a bit sad. But getting into that, yeah, I want to clarify just in the beginning, again, yes, PackGod was not the one who distributed the CP and or was the one who had it. And all that type of shit. The John was distributed in his server by obviously the friend of an individual named Puss, and obviously that friend, his name was Jason. But yo, that can get more into the backstory. Now I ain't gonna lie, Trill Talks Everything, Trill Yaps Everything. So if you're watching this video, you're probably seeing the other ones, the other two by obviously Epic M1 and or myself. So you know, go check those out if you want more of the context. But I'll give a little bit more of it here. Obviously, PackGod had a Discord server, PackGod Sewer, in which Puss, an individual that is kind of like a protege to PackGod or whatever, was in that server. He had a friend named Jason. They had a channel together. PackGod basically, I mean not PackGod, Puss basically wanted to have a channel by himself. He was saying he was deplatforming him, but that's not really what that means, not how that context works, whatever. But he basically wanted to have a channel by himself. Jason was basically threatening to send CP and all that, the pics of his girl or whatever, to her parents, and was sending it throughout the Discord server. Obviously bad. And there was a mod in there, or whatever, I'm pretty sure his name was Rug, correct me if I'm wrong, or whatever, that Jason was banned, but he obviously unbanned him, and there was this whole thing with the CP appeal system. That was false, that's not real, thank God. I mean, how that goes, whatever. But yeah, Jason was eventually unbanned, but then banned again, but still the factor of obviously this going in the Discord server and all the stuff being distributed, sent in there, obviously is bad, because if your Discord server is not being moderated and you're not keeping up with your mods to make sure that shit is moderated, then you should not a Discord server. Tough works we got going on here. But yeah, obviously more context on that situation is dropped with the whole obviously PackGod Discord CP allegations, you know what I'm saying, all that jazz. So yeah, I already know how we get down. I said it, Trill Talks Everything, Trill Yaps Everything. Let's get right into it. Yo, like I said in the intro, yo, man, shout out Epic M1. Yo, he shared love. Yo, the guys in the Discord, you know what I'm saying? His guys shared love, you know what I'm saying? Showed me in the second vid. So, you already know. Share the love, baby. You know we get down. They share the love. Gotta share it back, yo. So I'm saying, shout out Epic M1 and all the other guys. We got the PackGod situation is sad. Obviously, you want to watch the OG vid. Down in the description, first link. Share the love. Like I said, we need to put out that positive reinforcement, because this shit right here, crazy works. Let's do it.
Recently, PackGod has had a whole hate train of videos made on him. I even made a video on PackGod, but the internet took it the wrong way. So some serious misinformation has been spread. Yeah,
like I was saying in the intro, as we're saying that the one obviously with the CP and distributing that jump was PackGod. That is not true. It was Jason.
In this video, me, Kappa, as well as others who were involved will bring up the facts. This all starts after a drama I had with YouTuber Puss. I had called him out for associating with somebody who spread CP. After my video on this dropped, he seen this, so he decided to talk to me about it in VC. In this VC, I bring up some evidence I have of a little stage that Puss has had in his Discord server, where, you know, they're arguing with the individual that did the crime, allegedly, and somebody says, hey, you know you can appeal that cheese pizza stuff? Many people do that.
Oh, and by the way, we've had people, you know,
rugged, yep.
Appeal for that cheese pizza. Many people do that.
That being said, oh yeah, by the way, from other people's definition, they said me having with a right, and me and
can be
At first, I had mistaken this for Puss's server because, you know, it's in Puss's stage. But what Puss said next directed our attention to PackGod. Alright, and I also want to say, why do y'all have an appeal system for people who have CP?
An appeal system?
Where? According to
in my server?
I remember when I was watching the first vid, I was like, yeah, nah, a fucking appeal system for this shit? Yo, get this shit fucking handled. CP in the server, get this shit fucking handled. Like, never. Like, that's what I'm saying. But obviously, the CP appeal system was fucking fake. But even still, the CP shit was in here. Get that shit handled.
Well, Rugged's not my friend, so I don't know what you're talking about.
He's in the server. He's a staff member.
Oh, that's sewer. PackGod sewer is horrible when it comes to that. It was like a
From Puss himself, too.
whole thing. Yeah, that's a problem within PackGod's server and the mods. I'm not a mod in that server, so I couldn't control that.
Rugged is a manager of PackGod's Discord server. PackGod's Discord server has hundreds of thousands of fans. I talked to Rugged, PackGod's sewer manager, and we came to an understanding. Regarding the whole CP appeal system, there wasn't actually a CP appeal system in place for PackGod's server.
There you go.
Here's my story of how that was brought up. Rugged was semi-involved with Jason's drama since the start back in May. In June, Puss got involved. Rugged was a good friend of
Almost sneezed.
Jason, so seeing Puss get involved, make videos on the situation, and stages upset him. Rugged and Puss were arguing throughout that stage, which I didn't put much of it in the video, but you can tell by Rugged saying, Puss, let's be real, you're doing this for views. In Puss's stage, when Rugged said the infamous quote, you can appeal that cheese pizza stuff by the way, many people do that. He explained he had only said
I ain't gonna lie. I know some of y'all didn't say bless you. Say nah. Now let me stop playing. But yo, jeez. Sure y'all here got allergies?
that to anger Puss, which was on point with everything that was going on, as when we had talked to Puss, he said he was taken aback from Rugged saying that. He did admit to unbanning Jason, which he says he regrets to this day.
I would hope he has, because like obviously unbanning this nigga with him fucking sending that shit. Like, yo, do you know what the fuck this nigga did? No!
He is also the reason Jason got banned again and is still banned. He is still guilty for that, but at least there was no CP appeal system generally in place.
Yeah, like I said, which is good. Like, this shit turned around to be fake. But, again, if that shit is still in there and this shit had, like, the chance to fucking happen in the first place, yeah, we need to get this shit fucking handled. Like, again, this is the whole shit, like, and obviously, like we clarified, this isn't the, well, this is obviously a partial fault of PackGod, but obviously PackGod wasn't the one that directly did this shit. But yo, if you're gonna have a server and this type of shit is gonna be in that shit, like, bro, or this shit has a chance to happen, nah, you might as well just cap that shit down, because if you're not gonna be watching what's going on in your Discord server, I'm not saying you gotta babysit that shit all the time. This is what you have mods for. But if your mods are even on this bullshit, yeah, you still responsible for these niggas. Who do you think gave them the job? It's like, or job? Who do you think gave them the role? There we go, because I ain't gonna lie. Fucking Discord mod? Yeah, let me chill.
Now, while I'm saying Rugged is still guilty for that, there's one crucial detail that we discovered after this whole situation. While me and PackGod were talking on stage about the whole situation, the individual that allegedly did the crime, Jason,
This is PackGod's explanation to his POV with Jason.
after it was known what he did, he went to PackGod while PackGod was in a public VC. As YouTuber Take9 said, according to his word, Jason took advantage of PackGod while he was feeling down. You know, PackGod was talking about some deep shit in that VC. Jason asked PackGod for an unban from PackGod's server. Now, this was well after Rugged had said what he said in that stage with Puss. When Jason asked the question, PackGod said, just go to my manager. I'm barely in my server. It'd be wrong for me to make the decision for a server that I'm barely involved in.
But this is your server. See, this is where it's like, what? Like, yo, PackGod, you can't. Like, this is your server. This shit repping you. And obviously, that shit repping you. This is how this whole situation got up into this point where obviously niggas are misconstruing this shit and obviously saying that it's PackGod that directly did this shit, which, like I said, it's not. But, like, what do you mean go to the mods? Like, if motherfuckers have direct, like, a direct line to you, talking directly to you, yo, you can be the one to decide that decision. And obviously, if you had full context on the situation, maybe he didn't, maybe he did, which obviously in this case it looked like he didn't. But even if still, if he were to have direct context and then had a direct connection, like, bro, you could just be like, hell nah. Hell nah, we gonna see you later. That's tough. Like, even with the whole John, with you going up with your breakup, like, yeah, obviously we can still feel sympathetic on that part, but still, brother, you fucking threatened to send these CP pics directly to her parents. We have to see her ass later. We are going to see her ass later. Like, nah, that shit is cooked.
Jason went to Rugged and said, PackGod gave you the okay. That gave Rugged a false reassurance that, oh, the big boss don't care, you know, he should be all good to come back. That same night, Slash just stepped in and was like, yo, this is wrong. So they banned the dude after. I forgot to mention, it's also worth noting that Rugged took steps to get police involved with Jason's situation. PackGod has also been seen on many occasions expressing disgust for what Jason did. I'll talk more about this in my part 3 video of the PackGod situation. Honestly, I just wanted to talk about that to really make it clear, because honestly, these videos I want to serve more as a lesson than exposing these folks. I mean, we're still exposing Jason, but that's besides the point. In terms of PackGod and Rugged and me, take lessons from this situation. So I'm speaking for whenever me and PackGod talk, and I'm speaking for PackGod himself, what he said to me. PackGod does not stand for what Jason did at all. In fact, he agrees that we should all—
Okay, that's good. No, that's fair. But still, we gotta talk about the factor of like, yo, even if you're like, again, not supremely overlooking this Discord all the time, like, yo, it's still your Discord. We gotta talk about that, but I'm sure that's clarified in the 3rd video.
dislike Jason. Rugged doesn't stand for what Jason did at all, and I don't want to come at them with pitchforks for some little ass mistakes. Most Discord situations like that are gonna be complex, so remember that. Anyways, about Jason now. This is where Kappa comes into the video. He came to me to really clear the whole situation up because he seen that I was confused and he wanted to raise awareness about Jason's actions. It is April 16th, 12:18 p.m. Alright, on April 14th, 2025, 8:45
April 16th, yeah, that's when the content got was dropped.
p.m. Kappa had sent me a lot of stuff that nobody ever has. Yo, I have so much footage of the Jason situation. If you want to collab and clear this up, let me know. Jake admits to his alleged crimes.
Say what you did. Tell me what you did.
The clips you showed in your video were made by me. I subtitled them. Shout out to Kappa X.
What wrong action did you commit? If you think you did something wrong,
I'm
it shouldn't be
I
hard.
distributed my access.
Oh my fucking god. Yeah, we are going to get this nigga the fuck out of here. Yeah, Jason, you're done. I don't know what else to say. The nigga is done. Like, he just directly said this shit. So already we had this shit going around that fucking Jason apparently had distributed his fucking ex's news in the fucking Discord. It was cheese pizza, the whole shit. Now obviously Rugged not clarified directly on the situation. I guess PackGod not either. Got confused. This nigga misconstrued the situation, especially using, oh my god, this nigga got to think he got a kiosk. He tried to use manipulation on his situation, trying to use like that sympathy farming to like get himself unbanned. But nah, this nigga is saying here directly that he distributed that shit. Like, what are we doing? We gonna see him later. Bye bye.
You made revenge. That's what you did. Revenge. I'll be correct.
Now these folks are also mad because this dude Jake said that he was gonna take a break from the internet. He was gonna take a break from society. He was gonna, you know, become a changed man. He's gonna dwell on this action every single day, but he didn't. So these folks were mad because this man is literally on Discord. This is the clip of this man Jake saying this.
What the? You can't keep me offline forever, dude. Like, leave.
I'm gonna take a break off court, preferably some.
Jason stated he would leave for months. It's only been 2 weeks and he's back with little to no care for his actions and for those be hurt.
We're up to 8 months, 9 months, and then for the meantime, I'm going to delete court on my phone and all that. And then after that, I'm gonna turn to Jesus Christ entirely, get baptized, repent, and then after that, I'm going to be on my knees every single day, waiting for a sign, any type of sign, whether it be from my pastor or anybody nearby me, that'll give me an idea of, hey, you know, I feel like you're ready to re-enter society.
Now this is literally right after that same clip, but it's important.
Got my lesson. I'm learning my lesson.
Henceforth, that's why I did what I did. I understand that what I did was wrong in a lot of people's eyes, but I still do believe that what I did was okay.
It definitely was not.
I believe what I did was okay. Oh, but I got my lesson.
Nah.
I get it. I did something wrong, but I think.
Yeah, nah, he tried it, yo. I ain't gonna lie. See, this is the whole thing I be saying. Like, obviously, if you do a bad action, which this action, there's no excuse for this. I'm not even using the excuse. Like, oh, it's legit or whatever, yo. It's just some shit I did when I was a kid. I was dumb. Like, nah, even at the age he was, where I'm pretty sure it was like, what, 16, 17? Whatever, like, you can still be able to think rationally, be like, yeah, this is fucked up. But even here, he literally just directly believes what he did is so it's like, nah, I'm not. This is why I said I'm not going for this shit. I mean, I wasn't going for this shit fucking regardless, because obviously, yo, you're dealing with cheese pizza CP. We gonna be seeing these niggas. We will be seeing these niggas. Like, yeah, nah, what the fuck. But even, yeah, again, sidebar, getting back to this shit, yo, Jason, like, my nigga, what the hell? Nah, you're saying you're gonna repent and all that shit. You're gonna do better. Nah, this really not looking like it. Not at all. In no sort of way.
It was okay. Now in this next clip, I'm not gonna play the full thing, but Cuppa sends me a video that him and Puss were working on whenever they were going to full on expose Jason. Puss ended up backing out. But here's some of the video.
I'm like, nah, Puss definitely backed out because he was back on trying to be friends with Jason.
What I did, I have no regrets for.
It's because she did something illegal, I did something illegal back.
Just a disclaimer before we start this video is not meant to insult Jason in any way. This is only covering what happened from what Jason has done up until now, and we will not be doing anything about the Jason situation after this video is published.
Now y'all understand this. I'm not gonna show the whole video, I'm gonna explain it to y'all. We're gonna go through it together. This man, Jake, what he did, according to this video, was allegedly a 3rd-degree felony. So there's no trying to justify it because he's a the internet takes something like that serious, and so does the law.
Now, Jason's justification for this was that he had done something illegal, aka somebody, and since she did something illegal, then he was going to do something illegal as well.
Right?
Yeah, that literally makes no fucking sense. That's just fucking pure dumbassery.
Right then and there, that just shows y'all something led to this crash out from Jake, and nothing can justify the crash out because he is older than me. He is, at this time as we speak, a grown man. He had a right or wrong compass in his mind. Now,
and that's literally what I was saying earlier. Like, yo, that justification, like I'm a jit, is not gonna work. Like, yeah, this nigga obviously clearly was closer in age to being like my age, where I'm 21 right now. He was closer in age to being fucking me. So now clearly you can think rationally, like I was just saying earlier. Like, nah, never. You could be like, oh yeah, this is probably really fucking stupid. Like, you know, probably shouldn't do this one. Not what he did.
let's talk about when Jason was going to take this break.
Actually, that was because of me. I asked him to apologize to everybody, and he broke at that point. But after that, it was just kind of just a genuine Jason after that period. Or so we thought. Now, after Jason had quote unquote officially left Cord, 2 weeks later, I received this message. Yeah.
Yeah, Jason said the same to me. Oh my god. I got that mistaken. He did not send it to me. He sent it to PackGod Sewer when he was unbanned. Now, say if you think that's crazy, bro, wait till you see this next clip, bro. Because, bro, like, hold up. Is this? Fuck? Yes, this clip, bro, it's gonna make you so mad at Jason.
This nigga memeing talking about, yo, he coming back like he's Superman. Nigga, you sent CP. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck? Like, yo, that shit's not funny, but yo, some niggas really be tweaked the fuck out. Like, yo, niggas be dead thinking they're the main character. Like, nigga, I need you to sit down, bruh. This is not you.
Bruh. Now, here is Cuppa's statement to Jason at the time. His statement to Jason.
Okay, hold on. I've been, like, shaking, upset, like, how mad I am right now. Because, like, I thought that you were going to come in here with a demeanor that was a little more, I don't know, sorrowful, a little more, I'm sorry for what you did. But after you
would think, but apparently not.
Said, hey, I'm gonna do, I would do what I did again. That really doesn't show me at all any type of growth.
Again, and this is something I also say as well. This is the main thing I was saying for the whole, like, Clear It Out, Joe. Shout out to Love It Babes. Shout out to Love It Babes, like, really popped. But this is what I was saying for Clear It Out. Like, yo, you have to acknowledge that you've done something wrong and, like, acknowledge that a mistake was made in order to change and grow from that, John. Because if you can't acknowledge that, then what are you growing from? You're just stagnating again. Like, it makes no sense. So if Jason keeps saying, like he said earlier in that clip, that he's gonna repent and all that shit, he would need to show that. But no, he's coming back sending the fucking Superman meme like a pure dumbass. Like, I don't know what the fuck we're doing here, brother. Like, you sent CP. This is some shit that, like, yo, I would fucking pray that your dumbass would be trying to repent for every day. Like you said, you on your hands and knees praying. Nigga, it doesn't look like it. That's really tough. Like, I don't, oh my god, this y'all not getting me aggravated. But yeah, it's all about showing, like, a change in patterns of behavior. And, like, yeah, this nigga Jason is not showing that shit, not at all.
And if you're ever gonna step foot in a church, I think you actually need to first see what the church stands for, because I know they don't stand for I don't think they stand for anything that you have said whatsoever. Except you said, oh, Jesus is going to save me. Jesus is going to forgive me. If you forgive yourself...
Hell no, you're not.
If you're forgiving yourself, you don't know if you've been forgiven yet. because you don't show any what's the
repentance, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't show any remorse.
word? I don't know. Regret? You don't have any regret in your heart. You say you would do the same again. What makes what you do okay? Just because she cheated, and I think it's for a pretty good reason here, Mr.
If she cheated, bro, you just end the relationship. Why the fuck would you go and do shit like this, bro? See, that again, that's that separation. That's that rationality.
Psycho. I mean, you literally just... I mean, do you not see what everyone else has been saying here? And I think it hasn't it hasn't come through that thick skull of yours, because what you did is single-handedly jeopardized a lot of people.
I'm about to say fucking heinous, fucking abhorrent as fuck, fucking horrendous. Like,
especially Puss, because what he does with his content has been associated to you for so long, and you hear his freak out, and you do not care at all.
Now, yeah, I want to put this clip because while some can make the argument that, okay, maybe the whole religion thing, because look, Jake uses religion to manipulate the situation, make him select the good guy, get people on his good side. Here's what Cup has to say about that.
I sit here and I'm like, is this even you, dude? Because like, you never talked about Christ as much as you did just now. I've never heard you utter the word Lord until now. So
and why would you think I would have no reason to bring that into sewer?
I mean, you can. I've brought my religion into it. I think it's not like it's not. Yeah, I have.
Not in your sense, but in my sense of there's no reason to bring Christ into sewer. I've talked to a lot of people about it, and I wanted to preach in sewer, but I'm not able to since religion is such a touchy. It's a very touchy topic.
that's true, but you are not about to be going to preach in fucking PackGod sewer Discord. That shit was not happening, brother. Stop lying.
Second point, you said that church does not stand for CP. Great point. It doesn't. What it does stand for is rehabilitation towards the light of God. Henceforth, if I walk into church feeling like I'm not towards God, feeling like I'm dirty, and I walk towards God, God would feel the exact same way, and Jesus would towards him. So,
Yo, would God accept you if you sent that fucking Superman meme sending you back? I don't know if he would.
much as somebody who stole a Snickers bar.
You see,
Jesus
you're
would feel
aware of
the
what you
exact
did,
same
though,
way.
right?
That what? Wait, that comparison was so dog shit. Wait, I just had to fucking actually process.
And I
that.
walk towards God,
Wait,
God
what?
would feel the exact same way, and Jesus would towards him. So much as somebody who stole a Snickers bar.
Is this nigga for real? Nah, this nigga's fucking hilarious, bruh. You're comparing fucking distributing CP, threatening to send that CP to her fucking parents, to a nigga stealing a Snickers? This nigga is fucking funny as hell, bro. Are you fucking for real? And then on top of that, yeah, like trying to bring religion into this conversation in which you just stated that it's a touchy topic, but you made a shit comparison like this right after? God damn, this self-owning is a plague. Yo, this self-own shit, bro, this dumbassery, like pure stupidity is really getting out crazy. I don't know what the hell's going on here. But yeah, this comparison is just not apt. Like, I'm just gonna let Jason know right now, this comparison makes no fucking sense. It's not a regard. Obviously, there is a level... There is a clear level of one, severity within the action you did. Two, there's also like that level of remorse, like remorseful. It's like, all right, yeah, you can be remorseful for like heinous actions that you've done. Like obviously there are prisoners and people that are in jail that like obviously did terrible things, but are working to obviously be better people and all that type of shit. But brother, this comparison for that is just not good. Like it just makes no fucking sense. Like,
you see, you're aware of what you did, though, right?
Correct. Now, this little analogy that Jason did, whether you see it as a good analogy or a bad analogy,
it's fucking ass.
However you feel, stick around because this is also going to be important. Very, very, very important. Like, generally, probably the most important thing in this whole video in order for you to come to your judgment. Now, Cup makes another good point.
Correct. What are you going to do that's different now? Because you said you were a believer and you just realized what you've been doing is incorrect. I was in that position. I would think what I was doing was pretty incorrect when I pushed the button. You didn't think in your mind that wasn't towards your values, towards...
No, he only started thinking that when he was getting pushback. Like, of course.
Your religion.
Okay, great point. So, whenever we bring that up, What about those people? What about every single person who's on this planet right now who is a sinner against God?
I'm not talking about every other person.
That's what I'm saying. Like, oh my god, here we fucking go. This shit would have me so fucking mad, bruh. I'd be like, yo, I'm not talking about those niggas though. I'm talking about you.
Talking about
yeah. What about
deflection? Deflection.
What up? That's what I'm saying. That's a Hassan tier deflection. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, nah, bro. You tried to goalpost shift this motherfucker. It didn't work. Hold on.
Deflection.
What about me? I'm like, nigga, I'm gonna tell you about you, nigga. That fucking CP you distributed in PackGod sewer. That shit looking ass. That shit looking mighty terrible, nigga. I'm about to tell you right now. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's that.
Yo.
It gets so much more absurd.
Nah, I said this shit. Yo, this shit is so fucking ridiculous. Hold on.
me? No, I didn't think. You want to know why? Because such as every other person here, like for example, when you were calling here, you
never do.
For example here, if you could let me finish. For example here, earlier in this call, you cussed. Henceforth, did you think about that?
Oh my god. Yo, nigga, fuck you. How about that shit, nigga? Eat a dick, nigga. That shit is so fucking stupid. Bro, you just cussed. You cussed. You fucking cursed, bro. Did you think about that? Nigga, did you think before you sent that CP? How about that shit? That's crazy, my nigga. Did you think before you threatened to send that shit to her parents? Oh, I don't think you did. That shit is fucking wild. Like, yo, what are we talking about right now? Shit is so damn stupid. Like,
that's serious?
Yo, this
bro,
nigga. That
y'all heard that?
That
this
shit
man
is
compared
ethereal.
the sin of swearing to the sin of distributing CP.
Nah.
Anyways, that shit.
Well, that shit is a sin. The fucking crime. Like, yo, this is bullshit. Like,
give you a picture of who Jason really is.
There's no way.
As Cuppa said, Jason jeopardized so many people with what he did, and he has no regret for it. It's so clear, and it'll be even.
Yo, did Puss have access to these clips or some shit? Because I obviously I would think in a regard that Puss didn't, but like, yo, if Puss sees this shit, my nigga, how are you still fucking with this nigga? How can you still call this nigga a friend? Fuck the content shit, fuck the channel that niggas had, you disassociate for the nigga. How the fuck could you still even want to be friends with that nigga behind the scenes? Are we bro, maybe me and Puss and Epic and One and other niggas with the situation is not seeing the same nigga, but this nigga Jason, this is a heinous nigga, bro. You have to disassociate from this nigga immediately. You have to disavow everything that nigga does.
More clear to you when you see part 3. So I'm saying subscribe right now.
Oh, nah, I'm happy.
Put the bell on. Stay tuned for that video. I got Chill's video coming out first, and then I got that video coming out. But that's like gonna be the most important video of this whole part 3 series. So let me know in the comments right now, in the premiere chat, if this becomes a premiere. What do you think should happen to Jason? I'm waiting. This whole situation is just crazy.
It's that's what I'm saying. I don't even fucking know. Because if they have proof that he distributed that shit, obviously, then it's like, yo, send that shit to the police and this nigga's getting sweeped. But again, like I was just coming off of the shit saying with Puss, it's like, yo, I just think that nigga Puss, he need to just straight up disavow that nigga Jason, just not be friends anymore at the very least. And then this nigga needs to be exiled from the fucking community. We gonna see this nigga later, bro. That nigga got ethered, bro. That nigga, nah. It's just not for him. I don't think any of this shit for him, clearly. Bruh, again, it's right there. He said directly, bar for bar, I believe the shit that I did was okay. Well, he didn't say shit. I believe what I did was okay. Plus, this the nigga you co-signing? Nah, there is no fucking way.
Man, look, bruh. Honestly, with this whole series, bruh, as I said, Jason's being exposed. In terms of me, PackGod, Cuppa, and everybody else's involvement, as well as Rugged, take lessons from this whole situation. Now, anyways, I want to make it clear that the following video is intended for educational purposes only. It is to inform, analyze, and document events based on publicly available information. We do not condone any threats, harassment, or defamation. Viewer discretion is advised. All subjects are innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope this video cleared some stuff up.
Shout out Epic M1. Cooking up with the series, compiling the information. I ain't gonna lie, this is good shit we got going on here. Cook up! Let him keep cooking.
Like this video, share it around, bruh. Join the Discord, discord.gg/epicm1, road to 4K members, and subscribe right now. We're on the road to 200K. Thank you for sticking around. Without it being said, I'll see you in the next video. Check out the part 1 video of the PackGod situation.
Y'all already know, gang. Like I said, shout out Shirt of Love with Epic M1 in the whole gang. We got the PackGod situation is sad. Of course, you want to watch the OG vid. Down description. First link. Shirt of Love. Like I said, I ain't gonna lie. We gonna have to keep saying it. Because our love needs to be shared. But it's time to move on to the final opinions and conjecture. Jason, you're fucking swept, nigga. We will be seeing you later. I'm not gonna lie. Again, like I basically just came off as saying so again, TLDR this shit, but still a little yap. So sure, no, we get down. Yeah, nah, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this nigga Jason, but he needs to be cleared the fuck out. This nigga needs to be exiled. We gonna have to get this nigga the fuck out of here, cause yo, again, he said blatantly, I believe that what I did is okay. It's fucking not. It's blatantly fucking wrong. And when he was talking to the shit, when he was talking to talking the shits with Cuppa, like, bro, what the fuck? He's comparing the situation to fucking stealing a Snickers bar. He's comparing the situation to fucking somebody saying a curse and like, did they think about that shit in comparison to did he think about the shit that he did? Obviously being distributed in the CP and all that shit. Like that shit is so fucking fucked. Like, not to say that shit twice, goddamn, but like it's so like, how are these apt comparisons? How are these things, like, you could relatively use as arguments against, like, what you did, like, or comparing it to what you did? Like, that's just, it just doesn't make any sense. And then, obviously, I don't want to say he's, like, trying to use his religion as a grift or whatever for this, but, like, yeah, it just doesn't seem right in using this for the comparison, because in all regards, in many aspects, and many people that's covered the situation seeing this, John, like, yeah, everyone can acknowledge what Jason did is just terrible. And just bad. But yeah, I'm excited to see the third video. You already know, because again, sure in the love with Epic M1. Yo, the videos are actually fire. He's compiling these ones really good. Yo, info is top tier. Swept. He bringing out all the details, bringing up the Discord screenshots and all that. We got the Jones. We got the proof right here. But yeah, no cap. The third video is gonna be good. I can't wait to see what he's gonna have to say, especially with the conversation with PackGod. You know, more information, what's going on with in regards to Puss, and then yeah, a little bit more info what's going on with Rugged, because you know what I'm saying, apparently the information swept to them or fed to them by Jason. He was playing the sympathy farming, you know, or he playing the trying to play the sympathy card, you know what I'm saying, trying to play the sympathy factor, and I ended up pulling up the manipulation. I guess, yeah, I don't know, bro. He must have rolled a 20 on the D20 in his manipulation card, because Jones is working insane, but he fed fake info to Rug and PackGod, yeah, so I want to see what's going on more within that, because yeah, this fool Jason just ain't looking right, and the situation as a whole it just really ain't looking right either. I ain't gonna cap. But other than that, yeah, like I said, share the love with Epic M1, the guys in the Discord, you know what I'm saying, helping out, compiling the info, and I'm finna catch y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.
Thank you.